here's the one thing the ladies need to know is that if you continue to let him get that thing for free and he ain't gotta like put no ring on it, he gonna continue to get
Ride
that.
till the wheels
Most
fall
of them
off.
till the wheels fall off until it ain't nothing to him no more. And then you up here 2-3 years later talking about, so when are we ever gonna talk about marriage? What? Marriage? Marriage? After I done flipped this thing upside down, round and round, pound for pound, all of that, down on the ground. Now you talk about marriage now? What?
You know I'm passionate about this. Yeah. I be wanting to put them in a chokehold, like, come here, let me show you who God told you you are. Yeah. Who told you that your value was that low, that you was going to be stuck in a man's bed for years and years and years as he tossed you around like a... Girl, you better wake up and figure out who you are.
First off, they shouldn't be touching because therefore, if you hold that thing out, that will make him have to make a decision sooner. This is an Iwebu production.
Period. What's up, y'all? It's your girl TK.
And it's your boy Namdi.
And you are Pillow Talking with the Iwebus.
Yes. Episode 4. Hey, we've been going with a few episodes. We forgot to tell y'all Pillow Talking with us. Y'all kind of getting to be in on some conversations that we would just have really in our bedroom.
Yes, that's what Pillow Talking is vibing. Yeah. Definitely changing the platform. But listen, here we motivate kingdom living in all aspects of life while motivating you to strive to be all God has called you to be. So if that sounds like something you are interested in, come on and join the family. Well, how do you join the family? You like the video, you subscribe, and you hit that notification bell so you can just stay tapped in because we drop 5 times a week. Y'all need to stay tapped in. Listen. Tap in. Also, we need y'all to slide over to Instagram and follow us. Look, I went over there. I said, now we got 200 followers. Yeah. Going from TK, my page, that's 13K to the Iwebus. It's a humbling beginning. But what I do love is that what we know those 217 people are people that actually really are rocking with us and really vibing with us. And I also have to thank every single person that DMs me to let me know that this helps them, that text Namdi.
Thank you.
Yeah, let's him know that, you know, from the men's perspective, like it's just so dope. So
we really need that encouragement, man.
We do.
It's really really helpful. I don't know if you said it, babe, but we got some of our subscribers up. We got new subscribers.
So, welcome.
Man, welcome to the family.
Yes, we got.
We thank y'all for rocking with us, man. We're ground floor right now, but we're going somewhere.
Yeah, we got a bunch of new followers, and we're just humble, literally humble. We truly love y'all. So if this is your first time watching this video, I pray and hope you feel love, seen. I pray that we talk about some things that y'all want us to talk about, and leave a comment for all the topics that y'all want us to cover.
Yes, for DM us. Let us know whatever it is that y'all think, hey man, I would love to know what y'all feel about this certain situation.
Yes, please.
Hey,
we'd love to do that.
We may talk about it, man. Make sure you hit us up.
Okay, so the last episode I did not make a mocktail, so we came back with a mocktail for those extra saved, righteous, holy, divine people of the heavens. A mocktail is.
Somebody's still gonna be like, oh man, I bet you they really drinking no alcohol.
I mean, I actually, my last video I showed them like what I put in it. Like I literally showed everything. Oh yeah. I mean, look, if y'all think we lying, that's on them.
It is what it is.
But a mocktail is a non-alcoholic cocktail. So it has no alcohol in it. So if you do not believe in drinking, or you just don't want to drink for the night, but you still want to make a little spicy drink for you and your mans, or you and your girls, or you and your bros, or whatever, this is a great opportunity.
Yes.
Description will be in the what am I saying?
Ingredients will be in the description box.
Description will be in the description box. Okay, let's grab them. So this drink is called Draw Me Near.
Draw Me Near.
Draw Me Near. Mm-hmm. This is, baby, wait.
Oh, I'm ready. I'm low-key thirsty. I ain't gonna lie. I'm thirsty in the mug right now. So I was like, I'm just ready.
Okay, this is a very sexy vibe. This is what I hope and anticipate. But it's strawberries, pineapples, pineapple juice, raspberry lemonade, strawberry lemonade, and a little splash of ginger beer. Okay? All right. So here we go. Cheers to what? Pillow Talking with the Iwebus.
Yes, Pillow Talking with the Iwebus. Fire. Trying to eat a strawberry or
something? I mean, it just went in my mouth. What else was I supposed to do?
I could really low key like drink all of that like right now.
That is so good. If you kept drinking, it gets better. Do you taste the strawberry?
Yeah, I'm trying to save some of it.
That's so fire. You know what? I don't know why it reminds me of like a TGI Friday strawberry situation or something like that. Really, really good. Yes. So yeah, if you want to make it, make sure you check the description box for the ingredients.
Yes.
What we talking about, baby?
So, as you know, we've been coming and doing some random questions, and a lot of people have been loving that we've been talking about relationships and marriage. Yeah. And so I want to kind of continue to stay up on that note. Babe, I want to ask you, let's kick it off. What is one thing that you wish you would have known before you got married?
Okay, let me not think too deep and just go with what's on the top of my head.
Okay.
Well, I don't know if it is what I wish I would have known, but what I wish I would have had guidance on is how to deal with a blended family. That's probably, being a wife to a man that has, 2 baby mamas. It's been rough. I cannot make that sound pretty. I wish I could tell y'all it's been cool. It's been rough. It has been some really rough seasons. And I just had no guidance because the pastors that we were under, they just had kids with one wife. Yeah. Actually, our marriage counselor, almost everybody that we both of our marriage counselors had just them and their kids. So even the wives, like they couldn't really imagine what it is to deal with, someone that he still wants your man, and just the clashing of religions of the kid in that household having one mindset, and then they got to come over here, the confusion that the child has to go through. I just wish I would have had guidance, because even with my mom, literally, I don't, outside of my sisters, no one around me dealt with baby mamas at all. So dealing with them, especially at a young age. Me and Namdi got together when I was 21. And I just came in like, oh, yay, hey, cool, that's fine. I'm cool with meeting her. And they had a different angle. They was like, girl, baby mamas was like, you think we care to say hi to you and hello and try to be cordial? Like, what?
Yeah, so you were sending gifts. I remember you was like first Christmases, you was sending
a couple of Christmases,
many of Christmases,
and nice gifts.
Yeah, really nice gifts.
Nice gifts. I was sending one of the mother of his child, our child. I'm trying not to say baby mama.
Yeah, please don't.
I'm trying.
I cannot stand that.
But
term.
It's so many. Baby the mother
mama.
Of your child.
That's what people say. I always say my child's mother.
But how do I say? I can't say my child's mother. So what do I say?
Yeah, you just say, I don't know.
Exactly. So his baby mama, I was sending her Christmas gifts, like literally trying
his child's mom.
His child's mom. Okay, yeah. I was trying to send, literally every year I will send it through the daughter, through our daughter. Yeah. I will send a Christmas gift, just trying to show love and just really trying to be mature. Yeah. But and then another thing is that I wasn't privy to different women's contexts, different backgrounds. So both of his, one mainly, have a very different background from me, and just a very different personality, very different just aura. So I didn't really know how to deal with that type of woman either. Neither one of them, honestly. But that would kind of be my answer. It's just I wish I would have had guidance through it. I wish I would have had. This is why I think we are so I think it's so important to see different types of kingdom couples and marriages and families, because now that I'm saying this, I'm like, dang, we're doing something for somebody that we didn't have.
Yeah.
You know, we're being an example of how to work through that. And this is also why I think it's so important to be transparent and raw and not pretend like it wasn't hard, not pretend like everything is all good, because there's somebody watching that has a man that has a baby mama, and you like, girl, she be tripping, she be holding a child. He be like, I had to deal with Nnamdi being depressed for months. I had to deal with him being emotionally disconnected because of court and having to fight for his kids and just dealing with the hell that came with that. And I just didn't have any guidance. Like, it was literally me and God. And so I don't know if I don't know how you prepare for that before marriage, but I would say, being that I knew I was stepping into it, I just wish I would have had some sort of wisdom and guidance from another woman that dealt with it in a good way to kind of lead me in how to deal with it. Because although I never like did anything crazy, I ain't never fought nobody, I ain't never cussed nobody out or anything like that, but just knowing how to deal with it, knowing how to have a healthy perspective of it all. Because as a woman, like, I'm like, I don't want you talking to none of them. I don't want you what? You better not go in nobody's house. Like, I don't, when it comes to meeting and swapping the kids, I don't even want you to say hello. Like, get the kid and get in the car. That's it. Like, but like knowing that, and thank God, babe, like seriously, I never had a worry with you. Like, you never did weird, funny stuff that made me question. You never stepped foot in anybody's house. You never rolled with them. You never had intimate conversations. Whenever you did talk, I wasn't around. So it helped that you were a, upstanding man and a man of integrity through that. Like, before we got married, you were doing that. But just being a woman, like in insecure moments, like knowing that you had to be around your ex sometimes. Like, we had to go to gatherings sometime and be around them, and I hated most of them, but like having a healthy perspective and just some type of cheerleader, like, girl, you got it, that's your man, keep it, I think that's something that I wish I would have had.
You didn't really have nobody to really like cheer you on in it. Yeah,
or even tell me you're doing a good job.
I don't really say your family was, your side of the family was as supportive of too much of it, either, if I can be honest. And so I would commend you, babe. Without any type of guidance, she's done an amazing job, just amazing. Literally, like, my girls love her, like they love her, and even the one child who's not really around anymore. Yeah, probably one of the biggest things why that mom don't want her around, because she knows you're a big influence and she loved you too. Real talk. Yeah. And so you've done so good. And I think that's why it's so important about what we do too, babe. Like, if y'all don't know, like, one of the reasons why I even started this, or why I really wanted to do this whole pillow talking with the Iwebus and all that, and really speak a little bit more even on relationships or display ourselves in any ways, because I was searching all around, and like, I didn't, like you said, babe, I didn't have nobody to really look to. Nah. Like, everybody that I would hear marriage advice from, they all had one child. They all had kids with one woman. Yeah. Nobody had a blended family. No pastors that I saw. No influencers on the internet. I'm like, dang.
What do I do?
I guess the rest of the people with blended families have failed, or they're not talking about nothing. So I'm like, well, I know it's somebody that's in my position. You didn't, it's a man out there right now. You done went through court after court battle. You've been fighting for your kids. It's a woman out there right now. It's like, man, I just married this dude. I got with him, and he got 2 baby mamas, or he got 1, or whatever. And it's driving me crazy. How do I deal with it? Y'all need somebody that y'all can look at and be like, what do I do? I have not been through this. There's nobody, no major pastors, nobody that's really on display. Somebody tell me right now.
And being transparent about it, though.
And being transparent.
Not just saying, here's 10 steps on how to do this, but like, no, it was hard. Yeah. And this is how we got through it. Yeah. Like, being real about it, on top of, first of all, there's no examples. And even if they are, it's like, are they really keeping it 100 though? Yeah. Are they really sharing the intimate parts of crying and late nights and arguments with the baby mama and, all of that. So yeah, I think it's so big. And I was going to say, even though I said they're probably saying here's 10 steps, I do want to flip this a little bit and encourage someone that is watching on like maybe some keys that we would give to them, to a man that is married and he has baby mamas, on maybe how to move.
So you said
with
like a
that.
woman? What keys would you or what?
So both of us, like maybe I can give some for a woman that's on the top of my head, and you can give some for a man. Like, what advice would you give to a man, maybe on how to move to with having baby mamas to make his wife, fiance, wife in the making, comfortable, and confident?
So great question. Number one. Y'all not being together, that needs to be settled for she even come in the picture.
Absolutely.
Don't even try to date her. Definitely don't talk about freaking marriage if you know that you still got feelings for this girl. If you know you still kind of like low key want to play with her feelings a little bit, you kind of want to like be nice to her, have little intimate conversations, chuckle up with her, all that mess. Like, if you have not settled in your heart that thing is over, don't even step to the young lady. Don't even do it. And I'm just telling you from experience. Like, I was done with mine before she got here. I was good. I wasn't stepping in their house. That's another thing. Don't step in her house. I'll wait till they come out.
Yeah,
I don't need to. The closest I get to, I would get maybe close to the door. My daughter, sometimes I would help her with her stuff. I bring it to the door. Right. I go. I'm not stepping in,
hanging out.
Hey, how's things been going?
Sitting on the couch.
Shit, like, what?
She walking around her booty shorts, pajamas.
Come on, man. Are you serious?
Because that's what they gonna do.
Yeah, like settle that, man. You got to settle that in your heart. Like, I really don't want this now. And if you got some feelings where you want to kind of like, I want this and that. Well, then guess what? Don't mess with her. You need to go try that first. See if you and her, the one you got the child with, can work it out. I've been there. Yeah. I actually tried to work that thing out, like to the fullest extent, as much as I could. Literally. But eventually, I just had to say, hey, that wasn't for me. It may be different for you, though. So don't bring nobody else into a wreck of a mess. I couldn't even imagine stepping to you and even the type of woman that you are and disrespecting you by trying to put you in some mess like that. Now, don't get it wrong. You still came into some stuff that I didn't even know was like that. Before you stepped in the picture, it wasn't as bad. But as soon as some people knew that, hey, he might be getting married and all that, they start acting different or whatever. But at the end of the day, like, settle that in your heart first. Make sure also that young man, like, that you have maybe your joint custody agreement already done. Ooh. Especially if you got one who has a problem. You might want to, even if the girl is, if your child's mom, if she's actually pretty cool, I don't know. They could get tricky, because when you get to saying you getting engaged, she might change that lingo up. She might act a fool. Joint custody is a big thing that a lot of brothers don't know. If you actually fight for it, I believe the percentage was, I was watching the lead attorney and Ruslan talk about these things. The percentage was about 90% of men that actually go for that, they actually get it. Like, they actually win in court. It's just that most men don't step up to do that. They just sit back and let the court hit them with child support and all that. Yes. You barely get to even see your child. You don't know that you automatically, if you had a child outside of wedlock, you have no rights. You can pull up to the daycare like, that's my child. That does not matter. You don't have rights to see him. You got to get your joint custody agreement. So I think like just knowing, hey, I'm done with her. I don't have no feelings toward her. I really do not want her.
And let your actions meet that emotion. Yes. So if it, like, you can't just do that, but you're doing weird things and talking to her or
playing with her feelings and stuff.
Playing with it, she still kind of wants you. Yeah, like you know when your vibe is not, it's not integral. Yeah. You know when your vibe is not, it's off. So I'm sorry, just to put that in there. Like,
good.
Make sure your actions meet your words, because you can tell a woman all day, oh, I'm over her, or I'm this, I'm that. Yeah. But your actions gotta match it. Definitely. You gotta match it for us.
Definitely, man. Yeah. So you just gotta cut that thing all the way off. Those are probably my two big pointers that I would give right there that I can really think of off my head. Okay. Another later date, I may give some more. Babe, what would you give to the ladies that's stepping into this? Like, what advice would you give them?
Man, knowing your worth in Christ. Like, literally, like, my walk with God was the only reason why I didn't square up a lot of times. Ooh. Like, just to keep it 100, it was a lot of reasons why I did not pull up, square up, and like really throw down was because I had someone to answer. So, and I think that breaks down into my maturity too, because my walk with Christ allowed me to, even in my quote unquote immature moments, it wasn't nearby as immature as some people would have moved. Like the fact I didn't put hands on nobody is grace.
Yeah.
Number one, but maturity to know that I was with someone that was walking. I know I keep using this word, but I was with someone that walked in integrity. So first and foremost, women, make sure if you're stepping into a situation with a man that has children, make sure he's walking in integrity when it comes to the relationships with the mother or mothers. That's number one, because if he, like, men like to call us crazy, but if he moving slick and slide, it will drive us crazy. Like, wait, do you still want her? Like, I didn't really have too many of those questions where I'm like, hey, are you still, what's up? Like, is that still a thing? Because his actions stood up for him. So that's number one. Make sure you're with a man with integrity. But like, I'm not trying to be corny or over spiritual, but yeah, like, you really need to have a real walk with Christ. Like, you really need, like, it even got to the point where I knew that I started feeling, first of all, I had to see one of them kind of often, at different events for our daughter. Yeah. And so I began to pray for her and ask the Lord to soften my heart towards her. Even when she wouldn't speak and she would walk past me and she would do weird things, I would just be like, Lord, literally help me to see her as my sister in Christ that needs love. And so I've seen moments where, it's been peaceful and it's been okay. But I think it was just my perspective. And so just making sure you are checking your perspective, you're checking your maturity. And then even in moments where I wanted to be immature because maybe they were, I always kept Nnamdi in mind. And so I didn't want to, it was already hell that he had to go to court back in and out. I'm talking about he was fighting for 18 years for one, you know what I'm saying? And so I knew the battle that he was dealing with, and I tried my best to not be this naggy wife that's like worried about baby mamas. Because number one, I'm just not that insecure, but also because I sincerely do want to provide a place of peace for him. Because there were moments where, do you remember when you would just consistently talk about the situation? Yeah. And it took all of the heavens to like remind me to not be annoyed with you. Like, we're talking about this again, but he was fighting for his daughters. And so also knowing if they are fighting for their child, to distinguish the fight for the child and the fight for that old relationship. It's not the same thing. So yeah, maturity and making sure you're with a man that's walking in integrity. That's really it.
Yeah. I mean, I think you gave some good key points. One of the things that was great is that you thought about me before you was ready. Like, don't get it wrong. I had to put you out there. You was ready to go pull up, but you was like, nope.
Yeah, but I never did.
Yeah, I know. But I'm saying, that's what I'm saying. Course. When she said she kept me in mind, that's what she kept in mind, was like, if I do this, then this is what could happen. And I thank you for that.
Oh my God. Like,
maturity.
I'm not ashamed to say that.
I
absolutely asked him, can I fight? Like, what's up? And he was like, they'll slap a charge.
Yeah,
on you.
Yeah,
for sure.
And
that's maturity.
Yeah, the maturity.
To sit and talk like, okay, if I beat them up,
it's gonna mess up my case.
It's gonna mess up your case, and then I might go to jail, and I'm grown, and I got a name,
then
and I got something to lose. Yeah. And then like that's the practical side. Then I didn't want to be that girl.
Yeah. Either. Then also, you would have messed up the relationship with my daughter, with the daughters, and all
absolutely.
That. Yeah, and talking about love her.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, one of them definitely do.
Yeah.
And she knows who she is, and she's amazing. So, but yeah, so. That I got your answer to that question.
Yeah,
babe. So,
hopefully that helps someone that's going through it. That might be, if you're thinking about getting married to someone that has baby mamas. Tap in with the Uebos.
Yes, definitely. So.
Okay, babe. Going into the next one.
Do you want me to answer it all?
Huh?
Do you want me to answer it all on that one?
I thought you did.
No.
Oh, that was hefty, babe.
It's okay.
Dang.
It's all good. It's all right. We go to the next one.
Yeah.
Let's go to the next
This is yours anyways.
Okay.
So you step in. I'm so sorry,
no,
babe.
No, you're good.
I don't know why I thought that was mine. My bad.
You feel talking with the Uebos. It's a little late. It's all good.
Yeah, I'm listen, because at the same time, even though this is free, we really do respect y'all time too.
Yeah,
like
definitely.
I'm not trying to have y'all in the chokehold for 3 hours. So, okay, listen, ladies, I am looking out for y'all on this one. And I believe that this is a question that most might want to hear. So, baby, how would a woman know if a man is ready for marriage?
Okay. He has a plan, big time. Like, number one, if he's already walking in purpose. Like, he's walking in purpose. Like, is he already doing whatever it is that he feel God's called him to? Because he has a plan. And he's talking to you about what his plan is. You know, I'm not telling you, hey, you got to have a 5-year plan, 2-year plan. I'm not coming to you with all that. But it's like, yeah, this is what I'm doing right now. And I'm actually building this business, or I'm actually in school for this right now. And, you know, this is where I see myself in the next whatever X amount of years. Okay. So that's a really big part. Also knowing how long does he feel like y'all should be like courting or dating, whatever you want to call it.
Talk about it. I need you to talk about it.
How long does he feel like you should be courting or dating before y'all actually get married?
Okay, can I ask another question in the middle of this?
Go ahead, baby.
I'm so sorry.
No, you good.
How long? And make it short, because I do want you to get back to that.
Try my best.
I know.
I'm long-winded sometimes.
I know, but because I don't want you to lose your other point. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you good.
But does a man, like, how long does it take, do you think, take a man to know, like, yeah, this my wife?
That's a very good question. So it kind of rolls in what I'm saying. The man, first off, if he's doing it the way that God wants you to do it, which is not touching, no sex, is it? Yes, it's hard. Yes,
we hard.
Failed. Okay, I'm not telling you from this perspective of like, we did this right and all. Yeah. Please believe, okay? She put a standard to me that after I touched her, like, hey, you know, like, we either gonna get married or this ain't about to keep going. She put a standard to me because, be honest with you, here's the one thing the ladies need to know is that if you continue to let him get that thing for free and he ain't gotta like put no ring on it, he gonna continue to get
right
that.
To the wheels
most
fall
of them
off.
till the wheels fall off until it ain't nothing to him no more. And then you up here 2-3 years later talking about, so when are we ever gonna talk about marriage?
Girl, you been
what? Marriage? I feel like Allen Iverson back when I used to date practice. Marriage? After I didn't flip this thing upside down, round and round, pound for pound, all of that, down on the ground. Now you talk about marriage now? What? We talk about marriage after I done did everything. I lay here, do this, you done did everything that all the married people do, and I seen on them nasty porno, everything. And now you talking about marriage. Most of those guys, after they use that for years and years and years, and hey, I'm guilty. Okay, I'm not talking from like I'm on this pedestal, like I didn't do this type of thing with a woman before. I was not that good of a guy sometimes in some other parts of my life. So I'm giving y'all game right now, ladies, and y'all should take this. Like, real talk, if you let them get all of that, and you talking about that 2-3 years later, I mean, now you on his time. If he want to marry you after you done gave him everything for nothing. So the answer to your question, babe, is that if they're not, first off, they shouldn't be touching, because therefore, if you hold that thing out, that will make him have to make a decision sooner. Because I don't want him to be sex driven, because it shouldn't be all about sex. It should be more than that. But at the end of the day, it's a certain standard. He feel like he's getting a prize. He feel like he's getting something like that nobody else can get. It's like, okay, she's holding that thing. Okay, I got to do this. You got to set your standard. What is your non-negotiables? And that should be one of your non-negotiables. If you do that, he should know probably about 6 months to a year.
Oh, wow.
But somebody,
you about to piss a lot of men off.
What are we doing?
Because you are about to piss these men
think about it. If
you said 6 months,
6 months to a year, point blank. Maybe a year, I give it maybe 2. And that's if this man ain't like sitting around masturbating for 2 years. And that's like, no, he's going to be like, man, I need to find my wife because else I'm going to be burning with lust. Point blank. I knew I needed to get married because other than that, like, I'm going to be again, burning with lust. So I'm gonna do something still. I knew I needed to find a wife. That's why when I met you, I knew what I wanted. Yeah. I knew I wanted to eventually marry you. I just didn't know if it was the timing right, money right, all that different stuff or whatever. Maybe to a year or something like that. They should know, because it's been a holdout and y'all been taking that time that y'all usually be pounding the bed away. Y'all be taking that time interviewing each other basically. Okay, so what do you think about this? Do you want to, like, how many kids do you want?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want?
My God.
Where would you want them to go to school? Would you think would you want to homeschool? Okay. What's your money looking like?
Because a lot of times those questions come when you married.
Yes.
Because you pounded. Let me not say that's your word.
I'm so sorry. I'm getting so graphic.
No,
I gotta keep it real.
No, I say the real words. Somebody might be like, "What's pounding?"
Man, you know.
Because you had sex all the way up until marriage, which gave you a false sense of security and awareness. When you get married, because this is how the enemy work as well. When you get married, that is when things begin to unfold. So now it's like, oh, by the way, I want my kids to be homeschooled. What?
You talk about that.
What are you talking about? I send them up the street. Nah, because the educational system is like, but why y'all didn't talk about that? Why didn't you talk about it? Because y'all smashed all the way up until marriage. And another thing about being blinded, which is actually even scarier than like the details of like what school do our kids go to, but you might be married to a sneaky link. You might be married to just a quickie. You might have just married a quick little distraction. You know what I'm saying? Like, because you were so blinded by lust. And lust, like I said in the other video, soul ties tell lies. They will lie to you and make you feel like that's your husband. You know that's not your husband. And this is the thing. When you entertain distractions, when you left him alone, you saw everything. Like, oh, he wasn't nothing. Girl, he was cheating on me. He was this. Start having sex with him. Start spending time with him. Start pillow talking. Start doing these things. Dang, he is pretty cool. I mean, we do work out. You work out because y'all swapping what y'all shouldn't be swapping. Exactly. So I think that's such a good point. Like, when you do it the wrong way, you end up dealing with stuff that you should have dealt with on dates. Yep. We should have been at Applebee's just talking about, hey, what's your plan for da 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 da? But instead, y'all was butt naked sweating.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not good.
Should have been there. And I mean, babe, everything that we share is from history. Like, we've had to, in marriage, find out things about each other. You understand? And thank God for his grace. Let me tell you, if you do something wrong, I'm not saying you should, but you know, God's grace is sufficient. And if you got two people who are really anchored in Christ like we are, you know, it still has worked itself out. Now, we went through some turbulence, because again, we did some of those things, you know, off and on throughout the dating and all of that. And so, yeah, man, I found out some things after. It's like, oh, I didn't know that. Yeah. And we had to learn each other. And man, it's only his grace who kind of smoothed those things out. So ladies, I would say, you know, 6 months to a year, he should know if y'all not pounding away.
That's so good. That's so good. I was going to also say, dang it. I
sorry. Lost the thought on that.
Yeah, because sorry. It's okay. Let's go on to the next.
Just go into the next one there. All right.
Well, that was great, though. That's so much game, babe. Yeah, that's so much game, because I'm not gonna lie, and I know we're supposed to go into the next. I be feeling so sorry for these women that be getting smashed and just living with a dude for 5, 6, 7, 8 years and just no sign of marriage. Like, I really feel sorry for them, because I get it. Like, a lot of times they feel like they don't want to pressure a man, and sometimes they're not ready either. Like, sometimes they just kind of vibing, but after a while, that woman's like, wait a minute. Okay, I've been stretched out, and you done hit it from every angle for years. Shoot. It's time to figure out what this marriage thing about. You know what I'm saying? We
done went half on a house.
We done went half on a house. Like I said in the other video,
got kids with each other.
Got kids. Our cars are on everything, and that's why I say, like, even when it comes to Nnamdi and him saying that I set a standard, like, although like obviously we didn't wait. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. Thank you, Jesus.
Holy Spirit. Holy Spirit always come through.
That's what I was gonna say. Those that are watching us and are like, they did it wrong, but look at them. We always say, don't do it the way that we did it, though. And the reason why there is grace, the only reason why there is grace and there is growth and there is maturity and the Lord has been good is because both of us individually, undoubtedly, have been grounded in Christ individually. So in the beginning, when we didn't know nothing about marriage, we didn't have marriage counselors. Our foundation was our individual relationships with Christ. So I'm letting you know, without him, it's trash. Throw it away. So if you with a dude and you like, okay, well, Nnamdi and TK, they did it wrong. They had sex. He had baby mamas. Look at them. They're doing good. But if your man ain't got Christ and if you don't got Christ, that story don't end like ours. So you need to make sure that you are founded woman of God. And because that's another thing.
Come on.
That's another thing. Baby girl, you wouldn't even be allowing that to happen if you were founded in Christ. You wouldn't even be allowing a man to date you for 10 years if you knew who you were. And if you knew what Jesus said who you were, if you knew that he said you were wonderfully and fearfully made, that you are righteous, that you are holy. If you knew that you were a high royal priesthood, if you knew these things, that you were divine, that you were perfect, that if you thought about how your father thought of you, if you took on his thoughts about you, if you took on his heart for you, you wouldn't even let a man play you like that. So forget the dude. If you are allowing a man to date you for years and years and years and hit it and hit it and hit it and from every angle and get the house and do it, that's your fault. Real talk. That's your fault and that's your lack of self-worth. Real talk. And so, baby, I need you to dive into who you are with Christ, because that was one thing about Nnamdi. I was young, but I knew who I was. I was young, but I had a relationship with Christ. I was young, but I knew I was that girl. You couldn't play me. I was like, you got a year to make this happen, because I know I'm somebody's wife. I don't know. Maybe I'm not yours, but I'm somebody's. So put this is how you put women. This is how you put a standard on the fellas. Y'all acting like men are trash, men are this, men are that. The way that you put a standard on a man is you put a standard on yourself. And you don't allow yourself to be thrown around and tossed around for years with no commitment.
Real talk. Real talk. Hey, y'all, hey, think that answers that.
Cause I be feeling sad. I'm like, I be wanting, you know me, you know I'm passionate about this. I be wanting to put them in a chokehold, like, come here, let me show you who God told you you are. Who told you that your value was that low, that you was gonna be stuck in a man's bed for years and years and years as he tossed you around like a girl? You better wake up and figure out who you are. You better wake up and figure out who you are. You better not never ever, if you, I don't care how dope he is, how much money he got, how much this, how much that. If he does not have in his mind to marry you, get out. You're wasting time. Your previous relationship, you was with that girl on and off for 8 years. You're talking about a decade wasted. Wasted decade. What you think? My vagina went through this for a decade, and then I gotta go figure, and then try to present a used vagina for a decade to a new man.
It's tough. It's tough, and it ain't even the vagina. It's all the baggage that came.
No, but that's a part of it. That's what I'm talking about. That's a part of it. Like being stretched out and they're gonna get mad at me. They're gonna get mad. I know y'all gonna be mad, but I'm letting y'all know another reason. If you want a high value man, if you want a man that's not gonna play about you,
thing now high value.
Guess what? Guess what that high value man wants? He also wants a woman that knows herself. He also wants a woman that ain't been drugged through every which way. And I know people got testimonies. I do know that. And it's not too late to put a standard on yourself. It's not too late to say, but today, I might have let Bobo the Fool hit it for 10 years and didn't put no type of standard and no timeline on him. But starting today, after watching Pillow Talking with the Away Boos, clink, clink, I don't care if you are currently in a relationship, living with him. I don't care if you are currently coinciding, co-living with a man right now. If you are listening to this, stop.
Just trying to help you.
If you are listening to this, put a standard on him today and say, you know what? Nah. You thought I was gonna just lay here, wake up in the morning after giving you good sex and good head, get breakfast and eggs and bacon, and no security on my end. If that man was to die, you ain't got nothing to look forward to. If anything was to happen, there's nothing legally that can bind him to you. Yeah. Baby, I'm telling you, do it today.
Yes.
And this is the thing. If he gets mad about that, he ain't yours anyways.
Real talk.
If he upset about that, he ain't yours anyways. Let him go. That's it. I'm done. I'm done.
Hey, listen. I think that really helped answer it. You should know if he's ready for marriage. You got so much out of that, ladies. And if y'all don't get it off of that, I don't know. We're gonna have to be praying.
My man said, Daddy said 6 months to a year.
6 months to a year, man. If you holding out, man, I'm interviewing you like a mug. I'm meeting your parents who are gonna take me there. Shoot, all right, we need to have another meeting. Okay, let's go over this one more time because I was going to make sure. Now, are you really sold on them like being homeschooled, or can we? It's almost like a negotiation. Feel like, okay, after a few days, you kind of like after a date or two, you kind of know if you like somebody.
That's so good because you're like, if men had to wait, they like, okay, take me to your mama. Let's go meet your daddy. All right, let's go see the family. Yep. Where you grew up at, where your grandma at. Let me see your bloodline. Okay, like that's so good. It puts a fire up under them to move a little quicker.
Because he want that. Plus, he just want you. He want all of what comes with you.
Yeah.
For a lifetime, man. And so I think it would do that, man. And I don't want people to just get caught up on the grace that's been put upon us and think that like you wasn't in our arguments. You don't know what that really looked like. How bad they really were. You don't know the counselors that we had to call on to talk us through some things. You know, that wasn't, I don't want nobody to go through this pain. That's why we speak so heavy on that stuff. So we'll leave that where that's it. That kind of brings me in to our next topic. Recently, there has been a slew of celebrity D words. We don't like talking about the D word here, but
you got to tell them what the D word is, babe.
It's divorce.
Yeah.
It's divorce, man. And recently Ne-Yo.
Rebuke that in our household.
What's
right
that?
Now. Rebuke it right now.
Rebuke that right now in y'all household. Married couples, man, rebuke that right now.
Yeah.
But recently Ne-Yo, he got divorced from his wife of 6 years, Crystal Renee. The wife, she getting $2 million. $2 million. She getting $150,000 for a new car. She getting $12,000 a month for child support for 3 children.
How much a month?
$12,000 a month for 3 children, as far as it goes. So she'll live pretty well. Not to mention also DJ Mustard, who is also a well-known producer. He's getting divorced, and I don't know the details of all his, but he's gonna be paying about $35,000 per month to his ex-wife. And I just was thinking, babe, and I'll ask you this. Should these women be getting all this money? What you think?
I would think they're getting that money because their lifestyle, they've grown accustomed to a lifestyle that requires that, right? Like their rent, they're not living in regular houses. Yeah. And so it'd be kind of crazy for them to go from living in a mansion with daddy and mommy to like now the mama gotta go to the hood. Like, so I that don't sound like a lot of money, by the way, to me. Like, $2 million, she gonna run that up quick. Yeah. What's that? How much?
$2 million.
$150,000 for a car.
$150,000 for her to get a new car because he's taking, I think it was like a Bugatti or something.
Yeah, I mean, if she used it well, that's not a lot of money. So yeah. I mean, that's not a lot of money. I think that first of all, it's so sad that they got to go through court to figure that out. Like, man. That's why women be scared to like stay at home and depend on a man. I do understand that for sure because I actually just talked to somebody about this. Like I stayed at home, I cooked, I decided to be committed to the kids and providing an environment for him just for him to possibly leave and take everything. You know what I'm saying? And so it sucks that they have to even go to court because I feel like a man should just know, I don't know if she worked or not. I'm just assuming because she is married to someone. I mean, not work, but not of course. Meaning, I don't know if she stayed at home or was she on TV? Like, okay, so yeah, I would hope and pray that Neo would just be like, no, I got you. Like, yeah, I got you. Like, that's my kids. I did this and I did that. But that's the scary thing about why did they get the D word?
Well, it's reported allegedly. I can't confirm, but that he had a child outside of the marriage.
Oh, she need more money than that.
Yeah, and he was a serial cheater.
Oh yeah, she deserves that and more. Like, yeah, that's so sucky, man. That's so sucky. Yeah. That's why we say y'all need Jesus. Yes. Like, trust me, people cheat with Jesus, but like it just helps.
I don't know, with a real like, man. I mean, real.
Happens. Yeah, it be. A lot of times the stories thank you, that's good, baby. Yeah, because a lot of the stories that y'all be hearing, y'all pastors, it was a pastor that did this, and that. Look, just because they a pastor don't mean they really walking with Christ like that. I just want to say that. Just because they a minister, a CHH artist, right. Whatever, that doesn't mean that they actually have a true walk with the Lord. So I take that back. That's why it's important to have a true walk with God in marriage. You need him, like not girl. It's so many layers also to that. Like you need God, community, local church, brotherhood, sisterhood. Like you need all of it. That's why we do this again. We want y'all to be strapped in the right way because this type of stuff just shouldn't happen. Like,
it sucks.
Yeah, we got. Oh, never mind. I won't go into that because I think we're talking about that. I was gonna say we got one reason why. We'll go. But I think she deserves more than that, babe. If he was a serial cheater, I'ma just assume that there was probably STDs involved, that there was,
could be,
you know what I'm saying? Like it was some weird stuff going on. So for the heartache alone, she should get a couple mil.
Just by herself.
For the heartache alone, for like wasting time, she probably was home a lot, taking care of the kids a lot. He's on tour, like. Yeah, man, like that's just, I do understand why ladies be scared. Like it's crazy because I'm just now getting that. Because when women would tell me that, I'm like, I'm good. Like, I don't want to be a stay-at-home mom. I need my own money because I don't want to have to depend on a man. I'm good depending on my man, but I see.
Yeah. And I would say, I would say I agree.
Yeah,
it should be way more.
Yeah,
you know you got to think about it. Neo wrote, I believe, "Irreplaceable" by Beyonce. Think about how those numbers are racking.
Irreplaceable.
You know what I'm saying? He wrote "Irreplaceable." He's written so many other great pop hits. I bet you that's kind of low key a quarter of what he's even taking in royalties. Not even a quarter. He got a good square deal. Yeah. On top of the fact, he had somebody who was watching, the kids, being with him for a good amount while he was able to go and do those different things there. So they automatically, it's like, I bet you she was 6 years ago. Okay. She came in when he kind of had some money. He probably got more since then. Yeah. And so, but she should get all of that. And I hear about a lot of these guys like, man, these women shouldn't get all this money or whatever. Why not? Now I believe it's two things. Now, if she came in the ground floor, definitely. And then if she came in halfway and your butt was stupid and you didn't get a prenup,
that's on you.
Yeah, that's on you. They need to get whatever.
High level.
Yeah, but if somebody, like, let's say for instance, you're someone, you're on Neo status right now, where you're making that type of money and you're about to get married now. You need to get yourself a prenuptial agreement, but
so you believe in that?
I do. I believe that it's okay to get a prenup.
Wow.
I believe though. I'm talking about only like for those who have already amassed so much wealth, babe.
Yeah.
Like God forbid something happened to me, right? And we're wealthy, and God sends me home, and now 10 years down the line, you're looking to get married. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're looking to get married again. You know what I'm saying? Now these dudes gonna be looking like, I'm plotting to get that. You need to go. You know what I'm saying? She's so fine. But no, you know what I'm saying? You gotta watch.
We made an agreement. That's conversations that he don't like to have, but I knew it was a conversation that needed to happen. Like, if the Lord sent one of us home early, would our spirits allow each other to remarry? And I said, of course I will. If my kids are still young, of course I would let you. I mean, not let you, but yes. But I give you a yes.
So overall, like, I wouldn't want, let's say we have wealth. Like, let's say we worth 20 million. I don't care. 100 million, right? I wouldn't want you to go into this with this person who come in. He's like the knight in shining armor. He's so great. He's like the second coming of myself or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you gonna go in here with no prenup? I'll be like, Lord, let me down there to just say something to her. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just because, like, you're not protecting yourself, and you're also not protecting our kids either. Yeah. That makes no sense. So I believe that, we're Christian or not, I believe in that. Yes, if you've already amassed wealth. Now, if you got it from the ground like we have, and I did something stupid, or you did something stupid, no, the other person deserves half, point blank, probably even more. You understand? Because we got it from the ground. I would not be able to get to where I'm at, really, to this point, if it wasn't for you. You know what I'm saying? I could not be at, God's been good. Love you, baby. Okay, now see, lipstick on me and everything.
It's okay.
But I would not be able to get to this level if it wasn't for the times that I'm grinding. I'm on them phones making those sales. The times I was running those stores and I'm like, yeah, babe, I'm off at 5, but now the store's cracking. I got to stay till 7. I got to stay till close now. You understand? You remember those days?
Season.
Yeah, so-and-so's called in. I got to go in. And you was sitting at home with the kids all day. I'm talking about, you did breakfast, you did lunch, you did nap time. They woke up, you did dinner. I'm still not there. You cleaned the house, you did everything. You come on, you still need some loving and all of that.
Yeah,
you understand? Like, all that work, and I'm just talking about from our level, from probably what most of our levels are that's looking at this right now. You probably, a middle income or to, 6-figure earner or something like that. Like, if you're looking at, more than likely you're looking at this, and I'm telling you, you got to think about this. All this work that if you got to stay at home, how much work you putting in? Heck yeah. Like, I could not have done that if I had to be like, hey man, I'm sorry. Hey, can I leave the store because I gotta go get my daughter. I got to go get her from daycare and all this other type of stuff or whatever the case may be. So, these women, they deserve more.
Good job, babe.
More than what they're actually getting. And I just think that they mishandle, I get tired of seeing these entertainers just like mishandle these women. And unfortunately, the culture, they look at the Neos, they look at the Jay-Z's, they look at all of these guys, and they're like, shoot, if Jay-Z cheated on Beyonce, well then, what is my worth then? I mean, I got to at least allow him to cheat 1 to 2 times, you know what I'm saying? And then forgive him, and you're opening up a door for that to continually happen. You understand? That's why that's why your focus you cannot idolize these people. You can't stand when people idolize Jay-Z and Beyonce. I think it's disgusting.
It's actually very strange.
Freaking disgusting.
Strange.
It's disgusting. These are real humans.
Yeah.
Like, real talk. I love what their talent. Their talent is amazing, but you're idolizing them.
Yeah.
You really need to be captivated that way by Jesus and what he did for you and your sins. Like, really? And so they look at these people and they look at them as the example. And that's why I say, hey, man, press like buttons, subscribe, all of that. Because we need more of us to be pushed up the algorithm. This needs to be on somebody's timeline over and over and over and over again.
Not Krishan Rock and Blueface and freaking Beyonce and Jay-Z and all of these couples that for getting divorces, number one.
Yes.
And then even the women, like what you said.
Yeah, obviously Jay-Z and Beyonce didn't, but
they didn't what?
They didn't get a divorce.
No, I'm talking about he cheated.
Yeah, he cheated.
But to that point as well, because we've idolized these people, cheating has been accepted. You see how many women be on these podcasts talking about, he'll get 1 or 2 times. That's sad. That's sad that you'll even accept a man to cheat 1 or 2 times. Yeah. Like when there are men that won't, but y'all dang near done told them to cheat. Like, man, this is what y'all can do here 2 or 3 times. Like, yeah, like it's just sad. It's just sad. Yeah. The standards of the culture in marriage. First of all, marriage is just whack to a lot of people. Yeah. Again, why we need this to move forward. Why we need this to, because if you do it right, man, marriage is
it's so dope. And they're losing hope because they're looking at the wrong example. They're looking at the wrong example for this, and that's why these women are just getting,
because they're trying to look everywhere but the kingdom.
Yeah.
When God created marriage, and you trying to look at the demonic marriages, you know, the things that the devil put together, the things that's toxic and weird, like, they're not gonna work because that's not within the kingdom and the covenant of God and God being the center of them. So when y'all look at those type of like marriages don't work, men be this, men be no. If you are in the kingdom and you're doing it through Christ, who strengthens us, all things are possible, and marriage can work, and marriage will work
with community. Yes. Watching the eye gate, the ear gate. Yeah. It's so much. It's work. Don't get it wrong. It's work.
It absolutely is.
Man, the
mainly
payoff
work on yourself.
Yeah, it's really.
It's really the main thing.
Really the main thing. You will. Your marriage will be a mirror. Point blank. Oh my gosh. It will be a mirror straight up, and that's what I've learned. And so it just sickens me to see another one, babe. It really does. That people are doing this, and I encourage you guys, take your eyes off, or I don't know how to say this. Maybe just take your the energy that you guys are putting in these the worship that you guys give, you know, these artists and all. Man, bring them back down. It's a mere human, and they need the love of Christ. Point blank, they need to give their lives up. All of this stuff that they chased after, the fame, the fortune, the women, all of that, and at the end of it, they'll be sitting there. A lot of them probably just empty.
Yeah,
lost. Smashed plenty of women, but still just empty. You know, so I feel bad for them, man. I feel bad for the ladies. I feel really, 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 really bad for the children, because it also will have a big impact on them too.
Huge. So sets them up for another generation that don't believe in marriage.
Yeah, definitely. So
okay, so going into the next topic.
Okay.
Kind of all of these kind of rolled together.
They're flowing together.
Well, come on, Holy Spirit, giving us a nice flow. Simple. Hold on, I want to word it really nice.
Yeah.
Is cheating forgivable?
Cheating forgivable. Mm-hmm. All right, so I could do a whole loop into. I believe that whenever someone does something and they, you know, like cheating, you got 1 or 2 ways you could do this. You can either forgive and move on, or you could say, I don't want this, and you could cut it short and it's over. Here's the problem though. A lot of people choose forgive, supposedly, and move on. But what I usually see, and what even I've experienced in my, you know, single days and messing around doing my thing, is that they will continue to hold you to what you did. They will never allow you, even if the man is really sorry, and the man or the woman really sorry, they want to, you know, they're trying to work on things, they're trying to get better. This person cannot shake in their mind how you did the other person while you was committed to them.
Yeah.
You know, you was in a commitment to them. You was supposed to be in a relationship with me, but you over here, and now I can only think that you was doing.
Oh God!
You was doing her like, you know. That's how the women is. The women thinking like, dang, I can only think he was just doing her like, you know, was doing me and all that stuff. And so they go crazy. Yeah. And so then they begin to treat that man. They start to treat that man how they're feeling. They want to. Usually, what happens is this. Usually, a woman will keep the man around just to basically. You like, no, you gonna feel this. You ain't gonna get no clean. Yeah, you gonna pay for it. So I'm gonna let you stay here. I'm gonna keep bringing it up. I'm gonna put you through hell. All of that different stuff. So why did you even stay with him in the first place?
Yeah,
you should have let him go and then go get therapy.
Yeah,
you know. So you can go that route and keep him. But if you gonna keep him, let him be actually free and actually forgive him. Will you forget? Will you not have a moment where you get upset about something or thought about it? Yeah, you're gonna have that.
Yeah.
But you got to know that's that route, or you could cut it short. It's over. And I'm on that side. Okay, I don't think it's a forgivable thing.
I'm weak.
I don't think it's a forgivable. It's over. Like those are the conversations that her and I have had immediately. I think it was even before we were married. Like
I said, I'm not taking you.
I can't do it. Even though I love her, I love my kids and all of that, and I probably will find it somewhere to forgive her in my heart somewhere. But I would treat her like the scum of the earth, point blank. Even though I forgive you, like I'm gonna forgive you lightly a little bit. Like I'll forgive you. It might take me a minute.
What about the 70 times 7?
Huh?
You supposed to forgive them 70 times 7?
Yeah, I'm just gonna forgive once that offense has happened. I just can't do it.
Have you ever been cheated on?
Nah, I can't say I really have because I could kind of count one time when I was with a certain young lady in like my college days, but we was off and on. We really wasn't together. I kind of counted as she did because you know how y'all be, you know how women, how y'all are too. Y'all be doing the same thing. You supposedly broke up with him, but because he went and messed with somebody, a week or two or so later, he was cheating. It's like, I don't know, it's like this agreement that it has to reach 30 days or something. I don't know what it is.
Oh, I get it. So you're saying like if we take a break and y'all cheat right away, that's cheating.
Yeah, that's
But if we actually broke up, it's like a month, 2 months later, it's like, okay, yeah, we broken up. So now you can.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like this unwritten rule.
Because y'all do be going back and forth. And y'all do get back together.
Yeah, you're right.
So y'all done been together for 3 years and had 17 breaks and 17 partners. And it's like, yeah, that's a mess.
Yeah, so I've had that situation where I guess maybe it was. It felt like she did, and it sucked. But that also was the reason why I said I'm no longer gonna have that as my lady now. Had some dealings maybe a few times with her. Yeah. Maybe after that, but I did not. I said I can't move forward with this as my girl. Mm-hmm. Heck no, I couldn't. I never could see that girl the same. I wasn't gonna continue on. I knew from then any woman that ever does that to me, I could not continue to move on. It's just not in me.
That's got pride.
So much pride, man.
Yeah.
Nigerian man, we got even more pride.
I think I got the same amount.
Yeah, I think you do too. You don't. My gosh, man, yours. I'll be like, you got it different than most women.
Yeah,
you way.
I definitely
different.
have the pride of a man when it comes to that.
So, with you, forgivable offense, or what you say?
Yeah. So I definitely accepted someone back after cheating.
After they cheated?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
After they cheated. And I just remember being paranoid and just insecure. And I felt I physically, like literally felt my self-worth drop. Like I felt a drop to it. Like, you really took him back? Like, that's really wild. Like, and she called me. Like, I'm on the phone with her and his mama. Like, they telling me. Like, it was just a very like, I'm not supposed to be part of this ghetto scum trash mess. Like, so after feeling that, it's a strong. I can't make this sound pretty. I can't go around the block. It's a no. Yeah. It's a no for me. For especially marriage. What? No. Yeah. It's a soup. Because I think about all the steps that you got to go to before you actually have sex, which is exchange numbers.
See, you be visualizing that stuff.
It's so many steps that you can say no. It's so many places you can say no. Yeah. So you exchange numbers, talking, gain the relationship, get in your car, make up the lie of where you going, meet up, go in the house, sit on the couch, get close, kiss, take off your pants, sex. I just counted 11 steps that you could have said no. Yeah. 11. Now, if you even got in the house, how you cheated? You know what I'm saying? Like the numbers, that's already cheating for us. But I just think there is just so, like when the Bible says that he will make a way of an escape.
I was just about to say that.
I literally believe that. Like there is just ways that you can just like, this is going like, that's why we don't even play like, when we be sensing that like somebody is like vibing one of us or something like that.
Yeah.
Like I sense that a female might like you, or you sense that a dude might like us.
Yeah.
We distance ourselves like pretty far. Like you remember when we first got together and I told you I was like, this girl like you, and you passed her over to me.
Oh, for sure.
And he was
That's
like,
all we do.
Here's my girl.
That's like,
we're not friends no
somebody
more.
a little bit too much in our face, in my face, or cool, you met my wife?
Yeah.
Babe, this is so and so.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hook you up. Yeah, I gotta get you over there because me and you ain't about to build. You a woman. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
Talk about it.
We not about to. We about to be best friends now or something?
Cause that can't happen.
Nah.
Like now, and this is on a whole nother subject. But like, you're not gonna have a female best friends.
Nah. Now,
No.
I've seen people who had it before they even met their wife and got married.
Completely different.
And it's cool. I mean, I've seen it
different.
And it's worked out fine. But that's a whole different subject. And guess what though? But the only way it's worked is that girl, your friend, became friends with also your wife too.
Yes.
She's big time friends with your wife.
Has to be.
Yeah.
Has to be. I would prefer her to be married. I would prefer that woman to be married. Like, I'm sorry. Like, she need to have her own place to call home. Because I'm gonna be honest, like, best friends be in love low key. Yeah. Like, that's somebody you rock with. You been knowing that you get they vibe. Like, man, she be tripping. You done told on your girl to her, and like, that's the best relationships is a friendship. And so I don't agree with it. I think it's red flags. But back to us being even cautious of like, if you see somebody, like I've told you, like, babe, he a little friendly. Get bro's number.
Yep.
Talk to him. Like, he getting a little too close. He's staring me in the eyes a little too deep.
Yep. And if he was like that, after I try to holler at him and be cool with him, he'll kind of fall off, like, because he like, oh man, he wasn't really in there to be like
your
doing
friend.
No community or getting
just wants to be next
me or
to
anything.
me.
He's trying to be next to you or whatever. So
but the point that I was making is I believe that there's just so many steps that there is a way of an escape before you actually lay down and give your body to somebody else in a marriage. And so it's a strong no. One, because I will absolutely never, ever, 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 ever look at you the same again. Never. Yeah. Like, you lost it. Yeah. You just if I stay, it's on some like, I'm trying to get this money, make sure I'm in here to get this check from when I do leave, because I'm planning a way out. Like, that's probably why I would stay, is like just to plan my escape. Yeah. That's it. Because I ain't gonna leave with nothing. But outside of that, Yeah,
I wouldn't allow you to stay. I'd be like, you gotta go. Yeah, because I already know. You gonna do something. So
but you would never do that because you're not dumb.
But I'm definitely not. So this is the thing. Number one, know yourself.
Yeah.
Know that your flesh is weak. Like, your flesh is so weak. Like, our flesh is weak.
Because y'all be putting yourself in real weird situations.
Compromising situations.
Yes, like it's like we don't cheat because we're not cheaters or we're perfect people. We don't cheat because we don't put ourselves in stupid situations.
Hey.
Like,
I mean, think about it. Like, when me and you first met.
And we love each other. Let me put that out. Let me finish that. Yeah. We actually sincerely love, lust, everything.
Real
so
talk.
No, we wouldn't break each other's hearts. But I'm just saying, like, also, like, have practical things in place where you're not doing weird things and in weird situations over a single woman's house, chilling with her. I'm pulling up over dude. We having lunch with single guys. Like, we're not doing weird things.
Man, my flesh has failed me so many times. I don't trust it. Let me tell you, when I met her, I thought we could sit on the couch for all this time. We sat on the couch for weeks, chill by ourselves for weeks. Nothing happened. I thought I was so strong, whatever. Guess what? Eventually, my flesh failed me, okay? And I had to pay big time for that. You understand? So it's just not worth it, man. I be seeing cats, and I guess this is healthy. Y'all pray for me. I'm learning how to have healthy, like, relationship with brothers.
I'm so proud of you. You've been doing so good.
Thank you, babe.
You've been really growing. This is your season.
Thank you. So, like, I've been trying to build healthy relationship with brothers and go do things with them, because I haven't done that in quite a long time, probably since I was like maybe teenager or something, really just being with the fellas and we just go and do that or whatever. But real talk, if one of my homies said, yeah, man, we going to Miami, dog. We going to go for like 4 days, just all the fellas and just, chill, have a good time, bond, fellowship.
Who?
I don't want it. That doesn't sound dope. That's cool. Like, let's do that. But hey, can we bring our wives? Like, I'm like, come on, man. We going to be walking. You might be South Beach or whatever. And you're going to see a little bit of everything. I don't want to be around all that. I want to be able to go back to the room. My wife, like, you understand? Like, we could get together, go to the restaurant, just all the brothers. Yeah. The ladies go to their own deal. Yeah. And then at night, I get to, have my wife, man. Yeah. I love kicking it with you. That's just point blank. That's just it, just overall. But more than anybody. But on top of that, I just know, like, it's not safe. It's just not safe to be taking a guy's trip and we just going and it's just only us and, half of these dudes are halfway believers or something. Sometimes half of these cats that be going together.
And the ones that do be believers, they still be like, dang, she got a fatty. They still be talking crazy.
Come on. Like, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. So it's just like, I just
integrity levels are different.
Yeah, I just rather, to be safe. Let me get my wife. I remember a pastor told me, he's like, man, listen, when somebody book me, I tell them my honorarium, hey, you come out as half just so my wife can make sure she can come. I was like, that's dope. And this was before I was married. He said that.
Say that again.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, when he's like, they will book me or whatever. He's like, they book me. I'll be like, hey, take that some of that money, just cut that in half. Just book my wife's flight too, so she can be able to come too.
That's so good.
And that's safe, man. I thank God for people like that who showed me the way before Tom, the pastor that I pretty much grew up under, showing that same type of integrity too. They want to be with their wife. Yeah. And so that's how I am. I was like, I just want to be with my wife. Yeah. So again,
and make that a standard. Like, make that a standard.
Yes. Yeah. So you don't put yourself in compromising situations to where all of a sudden we was chilling in the hotel lobby. Then somehow it was like, hey, I forgot something in the room. And she just kind of stepped in there just for a quick second. And then all of a sudden something happened. Yeah, we talking,
vibing, drunk, weird things.
We good.
That's such a big deal. Like, I think this portion turned into a different segment, but I think that's good. Like, it probably should be like how to avoid, like how to not be in compromising situations that will allow your flesh to fail you. Man. You know what I mean? Like, that's probably what this should be about, because I just see so many people like doing that, and I'm like, I don't know, I guess from the standard that we've set with each other, I'm like, why were you even there? You know, so I'm like, why the wife allow you to go there? Why was you with her alone? Why was you with him alone? Why did that even happen? And so I think if you set the standards from jump and you realize, like you said in the very beginning, which is all that really needed to be said, I don't trust my flesh. I don't trust my flesh. I don't trust your flesh. I don't want to be, and forget that. I don't even want nothing. Like, we're at the point where we're like, I don't even want it to look crazy.
Yeah, I don't want it to look a certain way.
How we talk to each other, how we interact with each other. And I think I said this on Instagram, and I was like talking about modesty, because in marriage, in husband, men, women, everybody, we all need to walk in modesty in that sense. And I think modesty in a marriage is a big deal. Like, how women feel around my man is a big deal. Like, I don't want them to be like, dang, Namdi be looking at everything. They're like, girl, I can't hardly, because he be or TK, she just super flirty, man. Like, she, we're just big on that. And so back to the point though, it's unforgivable to me, because I just feel like there is just so many things you can implement to avoid cheating. It's just so many steps, so many things that you can say no to. Like, that's like if somebody was to book me something, they like, we booking all the CHH artists in this Airbnb or something like that. And I'm like,
nope.
Not me.
No, we're up. Oh, no. Yes, I'll be emailing. Yes, this is management. She needs her own room. Yeah. Thank you. Else she will not be doing.
That's probably why they think I'm complicated too. But yes, I like my man. Like, I like my kids. I like my man to be there for protection, because I actually like him, and I just don't want to be in weird environments. So it's a no for me.
Yeah. So I think you know, and that being said, if you're one who, you know, takes somebody back, hey, you decided that, especially in marriage.
Yes.
You decided that. Hey, stick with it.
Yeah.
It is what it is. Hey, go through counseling for all the way how you feeling and all those things, but you decided that to stick in there. You had an out if that happened in marriage, or you had an out, or if it happened before time. You had an out definitely before you got married. So hey, don't beat. You know, I see this a lot. Like I said, just the men getting beat up like for years. Man, I did that back in 2005, and she still like, come on, let it. Like, not saying that
they be moving foul too, still though. Babe.
Some of them do.
Some of them do having little sketchy, weird moves.
Some women just will try to make you pay for the rest of your life. It's
hardly ever that
that's not fair.
Like when I hear because I actually know a couple that worked out after, you know, he cheated. Mm-hmm. That man was like on his stuff though, like you know what I'm saying, like devoted man of God, and like really it ain't no late night. Oh, I worked a couple extra weird things popping up, weird women, weird inboxes, like. So a lot of times the women still trip because that man be still kind of moving weird a little bit. So if you accept him back, man, make sure you're not moving. I got y'all, ladies. See, I got y'all. I ain't gonna let him do that to y'all. Man, you make sure you ain't moving weird too. Like
real talk.
Get
man.
it together.
You gotta show it. Like if she gonna allow you to be back, like you gotta work
hard. Overtime.
I mean, overtime. She need to have your location pinned at all times. I mean, listen, I gotta. Hey, I just letting you know I got a desk by a woman at work. Just letting you know it's a desk by a woman at work. Her name is
and
this.
I might talk to her and say good morning.
Hey, here's my wife right here at FaceTime. I'm FaceTime. How you doing? Yeah, this is my wife right here. Yeah, she right here at the desk. Hey, I gotta go to a luncheon or whatever. I mean. It happens like that. I mean, some of y'all saying I do business, and sometimes I got women that I do business with. So what am I supposed to do? I remember, one time when I had to, I had somebody that came in town for
I remember
my last job,
and
they wanted me to kind of show her around, take her to different stores and all that. And I was like, babe, listen.
So y'all rode in the car together?
Did we ride in the car together? I think we did. Wow. I think we rode in the car together, and. My wife wasn't happy about it. I think we probably might have been 3 years. Did she have on
appropriate clothing?
Definitely. It was all, obviously business and all that stuff.
When you showed me a picture, I was like, oh.
But yeah, we rode in the car together. I had to tell you, you definitely wasn't with it, but it was like, babe, listen, I'm going for this. I'm trying to go for district manager. I got to do this. Cool peoples, had to make sure you knew every step of the way, everything.
When y'all was eating dinner?
We going to laugh about stuff. I don't know if we even laugh. We talked about market stuff. Like, what's this market? How's this from? And what's your career path? Like, you came here at this time. How?
I think I got to know each other and gave each other backgrounds.
Maybe. See, now listen, y'all. I'm about to get in trouble on camera.
I don't remember you telling me none of
this. I told you all this. Don't play. Anyway, we had to go to these different stores or whatever the case. But I made sure I had to chime in with her at all times. But to be honest with you, I might have had to almost lose my job or had to go to my management and have a very uncomfortable conversation if I had cheated before and you accepted me back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hey, so I can't take her. Well, why? Because I used to cheat on my wife. And that would have been an embarrassing thing. And then that's a stain on me even in business. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So just, again, do the right things, man. Be overtly giving information. To this day, I still, my best, try to overtly give information, even though I'm not going nowhere. I don't be around the women, but I try to make sure.
They call me so much. I'm like,
yeah. I'll be just driving. I'll be like, "What you doing?" We be talking,
editing this video.
We talk all
like,
day.
Okay, babe, did you need anything?
We talk.
I love talking to you, but I do be working too. I'm like,
babe, you be on stuff.
Gotta get these reels out today.
Yeah, so we've been working overtime, man. So
hopefully y'all have been loving what we've been doing. Man, yes. We are trying our best to just be intentional in this season. Really. And I think this season for me, babe, as we wrap up, is very different because I'm no longer just making content. Like I am seeing the need for Jesus in every aspect of media, entertainment, music, fashion, all of it. That's like, if y'all follow me, I've been doing like this modest fashion thing where I just show, fire outfits that's modest because, again, we have so much of just stuff that we gotta filter through that can, I think me and my friend was talking about this, like you'll begin to watch stuff and it'll train you. It'll train you on what is normal. And it ain't really your norm, but you've just been trained on, this is the norm. Like women showing everything and women and men cheating and accepting this and, doing whatever. And so this round with the Iwefus,
yes.
We're intentional. We're intentional about getting God in everything. And we're going to be raw. We're going to be real. We're going to be unashamed. But we're also going to be kingdom. We're going to be kingdom focused. And so we hope that y'all are liking this vibe.
Really do.
We hope that y'all are liking the topics. Again, listen, as we wrap up, do not forget to like, y'all. If you watch it, like it. And if you are not subscribed and this is like your third, fourth, fifth video, you like us.
Come on.
We like you.
Statistics show that about almost 60% that's not subscribed that actually watch the video.
Yeah.
You've been hanging out
with
us.
60?
About 60%.
Dang.
Like, go ahead, subscribe, man. Come on with us, man. This is going to be a beautiful journey. At least you can say, hey, I knew them when they was at this, in that corner
studio
before they got to this studio and all that, so at least you can say that right now, man, because I believe that the Lord is taking us to some different levels, because what we're doing here is much needed. All the things that we talked about right now, a lot of things have been affected by the culture, the hip hop culture.
Yeah.
And we need to bring Christ in this situation.
Amen.
Point blank. His name reigns, and it needs to be all over the internet. So that's why I say hit like, so we could be on top of your algorithm, so it can kind of filter out some of those.
Send it to your friends too.
Crazy YouTube videos.
Yeah. Send these videos to your friends. Yeah. Like, you got a single lady, you got a married couples. Like, send it. Hey, you see us talking about a topic that helps single people, send it to your single friends. You see a topic that's talking about married people, send it to your married friends. Like, send it. Yep. Not just for us, but like, we're gonna eventually be collabing with people that are gonna be like-minded with different audiences as well. And so just stay locked in with us, and we out of here.
We out of here.
We love
man.
y'all.
Make sure y'all tune in next time. We'll holler at y'all. Peace. This is an Iwebu production.
Period.